You've seen the graphs. A little money, left alone, quietly turns into a fortune. Compounding. The eighth wonder of the world. So why doesn't it feel like that? You save, you cut back, and your balance barely moves. $10,000 sits out there like a wall you can't climb. Here's the thing nobody tells you. It's supposed to feel that way. The first 10 grand is the hardest money you will ever save, and it has almost nothing to do with willpower. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the first $10,000 feels impossible, and why, once you're past it, it's all downhill. Start with the math of a single paycheck. Say you get serious. You save $500 a month. Real discipline, real sacrifice. And you invest it at 7% a year, which is roughly what the US stock market has averaged over the long run, after inflation. In your first year, $500 a month adds up to $6,000, and the interest, the famous compounding, earns you about $200. $200 for the whole year. That's the trap. At the start, compounding is a rounding error. Your money is too small to do any work. Every dollar in that account got there because you put it there, sweating, skipping, saying no. The market isn't helping yet. You're carrying the whole thing on your back. By the time you scrape together your first $10,000, here's the breakdown. About $9,500 of it is money you saved by hand. Only around $500 is interest. The first 10 grand is 95% grind. And that's just the arithmetic. The psychology is worse. Because when you have nothing saved, life keeps sending bills you can't pay calmly. The Federal Reserve found that in 2024, only 63% of American adults could cover a surprise $400 expense with cash. Almost 4 in 10 could not. A flat tire, a vet bill, a cracked tooth. For millions of people, $400 is a crisis. So your first savings don't get to compound. They get spent. You save $800, the car breaks, you're back to zero. Save it again, the boiler dies, back to zero. It feels like failing. It isn't. You're trying to build on ground that keeps washing out from under you. This is why that first small buffer matters more than any hot stock tip. Vanguard's researchers went looking for what actually predicts whether people feel financially well. Not rich, just okay. The single strongest signal wasn't income. It was having about $2,000 in emergency savings. 2 grand. That's the line between constant low-grade panic and being able to breathe. And notice the cruelty of the order. The reward for saving arrives last, but the sacrifice comes first, every single day. Your brain feels the coffee you skipped this morning, sharply, and feels almost nothing for a balance that ticked up by pennies. So the one stretch where the numbers are least encouraging is the exact stretch that demands the most discipline. That isn't bad luck. That's the shape of the whole problem. So the first dollars are the heaviest because you carry them alone. No compounding, no cushion. Just you against every emergency life can throw. Which raises the obvious question. Everyone promised this money would grow itself. So where is it? When does the compounding actually show up? Here's where it gets beautiful. And quick disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. It's just arithmetic you can check yourself. Let's follow $10,000. And this time, don't add a single cent. Just leave it alone at 7%. At 7%, money doubles about every 10 years. There's even a shortcut called the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your interest rate, and you get the years it takes to double. 72 divided by 7 is about 10. So watch your $10,000. After 10 years, 20,000. After 20 years, 40,000. After about 34 years, it crosses 100,000. Your 10 grand became 6 figures, and you did nothing but wait. Now keep going. How long from 100,000 to a million? The same 34 years. Read that again. It takes the same amount of time to climb from 10,000 to 100,000 as it does to climb from 100,000 to a million. The exact same weight, but the first leg added $90,000. The second leg added $900,000. Same time, same patience, 10 times the reward. That's the curve nobody feels at the start. Compounding isn't a straight line. It's a hockey stick. Almost flat for years, and then it goes nearly vertical. And the cruel part is, you have to walk across the flat part first, on foot, before the slope ever tilts in your favor. Picture it as a real hill. For years you are walking a road that looks dead flat. You can't even feel that you're climbing. Your legs burn, the scenery never changes, and every graph online shows a rocket while your own account shows a shrug. This is exactly where most people quit, on the flattest, most boring stretch. convinced the whole thing is broken. It isn't broken. It's front-loading every ounce of the effort and back-loading every ounce of the payoff. So when does it tilt? There's an actual crossover point. The moment your money earns more in a year than you can save in a year. Go back to our saver. $500 a month, $6,000 a year. Your investments out-earn your own two hands when your balance hits about $86,000. Right around there, something quietly flips. You stop being the engine. Your money becomes the engine. You could stop saving entirely and still get richer. And that number, call it somewhere near 100 grand, is the real reason people obsess over the first 100,000. It's roughly where you hand the job over to compounding for good. So the compounding was always real. It was just waiting for a base big enough to work with. 10,000 is the seed. 100,000 is where it takes root. Which means the first 10 grand isn't only hard, it's the toll you pay to unlock everything that comes after. So let's talk about what actually changes the moment you're past it. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, one of the architects of one of the biggest fortunes on earth, put it bluntly. He is widely quoted as saying the first $100,000 is a B-titch. His advice? Get it any way you can. Walk everywhere. Skip everything. Just get there. Because after that, you can ease off the gas. He wasn't really talking about the money. He was talking about the machine. Below that line, you are the machine, pushing a boulder uphill. Above it, the boulder starts rolling on its own. Think about what $100,000 does at 7%. It earns $7,000 a year while you sleep. That's more than our disciplined saver could put in by hand in a whole year of saying no. Your money now works a full-time job it never clocks out of. And it snowballs, in the most literal sense. A snowball starts as a fistful of snow you have to pack together with cold, bare hands. Slow and frustrating. But once it's big enough and rolling, it grabs snow by itself, faster and faster, until you couldn't stop it if you tried. Your first 10,000 is the packing. It's the worst part. It's meant to be. This is also why that same $10,000 figure feels like two completely different things depending on which side of it you're standing. Before it, 10 grand is a mountain, years of saying no. After it, 10 grand is a rounding error your account can swing in a single good month. Nothing about the number changed. Everything about your relationship to it did. And here's the part that should make you feel better on the hard days. The first 10,000 is the only stretch that runs almost purely on you, your effort, your discipline, your refusal to quit. That's brutal news while you're in it, but it's wonderful news about you. Because it means the hardest, slowest, most thankless leg of this entire journey is the one you're strong enough to grind through with nothing but willpower. After that, the math takes the wheel. So here's the whole shape of it. The first $10,000 is slow because your money is too small to help you, and every emergency is trying to drag you back to zero. It's the flat part of the curve, the packing of the snowball, the boulder before the hill tips. It is not evidence that you're bad with money. It's the toll. Everyone who ever got wealthy paid it. Munger paid it. Your neighbor paid it. And it felt exactly this hard for them too. The graphs never lied to you. They just started measuring after the hard part was already over. So don't wait to feel the momentum before you believe in it. On the flat part, you are the momentum. Get to 10,000 any way you can, then let go, and watch what your money finally does when it stops needing you. So be honest with me. Are you still grinding to your first $10,000 or already past it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want the real math on that $5 daily habit everyone loves to argue about, click to watch this video right here.